So we're in our final year of Battle for the Belt, and as a reminder, Battle for the Belt really compares whether we should plant corn first in the spring or soybean first in the spring, because we know the weather can be really challenging and both crops need to be planted around the same time. So this project is in the last year here in 2025.
As a quick recap to what we have been already working on for the past couple of years, soybean management side, we have seeding rates, and on the corn management side, we have relative maturities. Both of these factors combine with a wide range of planting dates, starting as early as late March and going all the way into the middle of June.
So one thing we noticed over the past couple of years, when we plant early, so by early end of March into early April, we see low plant populations. This is a picture of our soybean plots, and those red boxes there, those soybean plants were planted on March 25th, 2024. And you can see from that aerial photo that the plant populations are really thin. They were averaging somewhere between 40,000, 50,000 plants per acre. But what was really interesting is that they yielded 74 bushels per acre. And this was numerically the highest yield, but not statistically different than our April planting days and even the middle of May planting days. So that really got us thinking about when should we replant, because we know a plant population for soybean of 40, 50,000 is really low, but yields were sustained. And so this really got us thinking about what are the replant thresholds for both corn and soybean.
And that pretty much, that question or those observations led us to a new project that we are launching in 2025. This is work that is going to be looking as a follow-up to Battle of the Belt, now looking more specifically into replanting decisions. We have a team of people, we have 2 new students that have joined us to do this work, and planting activities are already happening.
So over the past decades in Ohio, we're seeing a shift in the last freeze date, and it's coming earlier. So that means farmers can plant earlier than in the past and not have as big of a chance of freeze damage to their plants.
The downside of planting early is that often it can come at the expense of plant populations. We might be losing seeds that are not germinating, or even seedlings or plants that already germinated but are exposed to any of these either biotic or abiotic factors that will really hammer those plant populations. Some of those factors are listed here in the screen. We can think about saturated soils, we can think about crusting, soil crusting, insect damage, slugs damage, cold damage, wind damage, and disease effects.
And we've seen all of that damage in Battle for the Belt. And so these are things that are extremely relevant that we've observed in both years of the study so far. So our new project, we're titling Battle for the Belt 2.0. It's a spin-off project, and this is looking at replanting decisions for both corn and soybean. It's similar to Battle for the Belt in that corn and soybean are planted on the same dates in side-by-side fields. And we'll be doing this year in 2025, and then also continuing in 2026 next year.
What are the 3 main goals for this new project? Number 1, identify replanting thresholds. We will be looking at a wide range of seeding rates and plant populations in corn and soybean planted from late March into the middle of June, and increments in between. And from that work, we want to identify what are the thresholds that can help us to make those decisions. In other words, how low is too low of a plant population for either corn or soybeans. That's a step objective 1. For objective 2, we want to develop a decision support tool using those numbers, using field results from Ohio in 2025-2026, to develop this tool that will help us compare replant scenarios versus just keeping a low stand that was planted earlier in the year. And finally, as always, we want to implement a lot of extension activities, extension programming that will help us to disseminate the results of this work, not necessarily at the end, but actually during the work is happening. So we have weekly or bi-weekly project updates that we are already producing out of this work, which is Objective 3.
So we'll have 3 research locations, the same 3 as we had for Battle for the Belt version 1. So we'll be at the Western Agricultural Research Station in Clark County, the Northwest Agricultural Research Station in Wood County, and Worcester campus in Wayne County. Similar to Battle for the Belt, we will have a range of planting dates starting ultra early, which we consider as late March through early April, and then all the way into mid to late June.
This is a summary of the treatments that we are working on for the 2 crops, corn and soybeans. These plots, some of the treatments are already planted. We started planting in March 27th at 2 of the research stations, and the 3rd station got planted just a couple of weeks back. The treatments that we have listed here in the screen is looking into corn, a wide range of seeding rates, starting as low as 16,000 plants in increments of 4,000 and up to 40,000 on the high end. We are doing that in 5 different dates in the growing season. And on the soybean side, the seeding rates include 40,000 on the low end and 200,000 on the high end. If you pay attention, the numbers that are in bold, those are usually the recommended rates that we have for Ohio. 34,000 in corn, we have 120 to 160 in soybeans. So we are pushing it more on the low side in order to understand what is the yield potential for any of these 2 crops when we have low plant populations planted in the different time windows that we have displayed. So it's a lot of work. It's exciting work as well, and we are interested to see how much can we learn in addition to the work that we have been already doing in Battle of the Belt.
Yeah, and we're really grateful for funding for both Battle for the Belt and Battle for the Belt 2.0. We have federal grant support and also commodity support locally from Ohio farmers. So we're really appreciative of funding for this type of research.
We are also thankful to our farm managers, students, and staff. It really takes a small village to get this work done. Planters out, multiple dates in the year, and multiple projects. Right now we are planting 4 fields every time a planter is out there. So we are really grateful for the support there. If you are interested in keeping up with project updates on the replanting trial and Battle of the Belt, please subscribe to the OSU Extension's Crop Observation and Recommendation Network newsletter. Those are coming weekly now. Also, we have the OSU Extension Agronomy YouTube channel. We have a lot of videos with content covering different topics available there. And also you can follow us on social media for some of the updates of this work.